welcome to my channel. If you're here for the first time, welcome back if you've been following. Guys, it's Christmas season. I love Christmas. It's probably one of my favorite holidays. That and Halloween. I can't decide. At Halloween season, Halloween's my favorite holiday, but then at Christmas time, Christmas is my favorite holiday. So I can't decide. But we get Christmas books. Kind of decided to do it a little differently this month. We'll see if this continues to work. But I wanted to do Christmas books kind of by like genre. So this week we did a lot of mysteries. I talked about this before. It was one of the first books I read. I think March was mysteries. March Mysteries. Anyway, it's a series by Joanne Fluke. She's the author. It's the Hannah Swensen series. They've made probably like a lot of Hallmark movies about them. Well, I don't know about a lot. But anyway, so it's a series. So yeah, one of my March videos, I read The Strawberry Shortcake Murder. So all of hers is basically Hannah Swensen is this baker, and she's a regular person who helps solve mysteries. The cop in the book says she has Slaydar because she is like finding all, like she just happens upon these dead bodies. Like you read these stories. Well, I say these stories. I think I read one, The Strawberry Shortcake Murder, and then I read these ones for Christmas. But first one I read was Sugar Cookie Murder. And guys, I'm not reading these in order, so if you want to read the Hannah Swensen series, I've noticed you don't have to. There is an overall storyline, so if you don't read them in order, you might miss some things, but like each individual story is by itself, so you don't like miss the murder. But Sugar Cookie Murder, basically somebody was found dead, surrounded by sugar cookies. And do I give you guys spoilers? No, just know that all of these in the end they tell you who did it. I also read The Christmas Caramel Murder and The Plum Pudding Murder, all by Joanne Fluke. At first I was like, how many like murders can you do? This is supposedly my only caveat with this. Here's my only problem with these. So writing, great, right? I like the characters. I like that they're quick. These are like short stories. So like 200 to 300 pages. I also like how, because it's baking, there are recipes in the book. Either throughout the book, like in, I think, the Christmas Caramel Murder, they were out throughout the book, but in the Sugar Cookie Murder, the recipes were out there. So now that you also get recipes. My only thing is that, first off, with these Christmas books, there's a lot of them. Like, you find a dead body every Christmas. Like, second off, all these, this is supposed to be a small town. Like, honestly, I come from a small town. Well, I don't come from a small town. I lived in a small town for a while. If there was this many murders happening in my small town, I might be like, okay, we need to leave. So that's my only caveat. That, like, you might have wanted to make this town bigger if that was going to be this many murders. And maybe mix up who finds them. Because so far, the ones that I've read, Hannah's the one who finds them. And then she does her own investigating. Sometimes she's on good terms with the cop, Mike. Sometimes she's not. So, anyway, those are my only things about the book. But honestly, I love them. They're fast-paced. 200 to 300 pages, like I said. She finds a body. They do it. And I like how she mixes it up. Right? The motives are different. The people are different. So I really like it. I'm impressed with Joanne Fluke because there's a lot of these books. So the fact that you could write this many murders about a small town using the same characters, pretty good. Trying to think if there's anything else. This is only the 4th one. I've read these 3 Christmas ones and the Strawberry Shortcake Murder. But I don't know if this is too much of a spoiler, but no, there is like Hannah's deciding between 2 guys. And so I am almost like, okay, I don't know how many books there are, but just pick one. Like, this has been a long time. Because I think between the Christmas Cookie Murder and the Christmas Caramel Murder, it was like literally a year apart. Because I think he said, well, last Christmas, let's hope you don't find a body this Christmas, haha. Things like that. So like, this is over a span of years. Like, just pick someone. Admit to yourself, you have to have a preference. You may like both of them, but you like one more, so just pick one. Anyway, sorry. Those are my only caveats with these books. But I do enjoy them. Or I guess she doesn't have to pick one. Just pick being single. I mean, that's also a choice. Just pick being by yourself. If some people, that's what they want. Other people are looking for a relationship. Other people are like, you know what, I'm good by myself. Either way, just either get rid of the love triangle by picking one or having her tell both of them to skedaddle. But yeah, there's really not much to say about these, so I think this is going to be a shorter video. But go read them. They're really good. I also saw these and wanted to read them because, like you said, I've told you this before, next year, I want to be a year of, like, finishing series I haven't read. So, like, remember I read Dungeons and Drama. There's a second one, so I got to read that. I want to finish these Hannah Swensen ones. I've read The Hunger Games, but I've not read Songbirds of Salads and Steaks or Sunrise of the Reaping, so I want to read those. Things like that. So that's going to be next year. So I also wanted to read these so that there's not quite as much to read last year, because it's quite an extensive list. I think there's got to be like 30 books of hers. So thank you for watching this and putting up with me. Like I said, I am hoping to be able to do better in-depth videos next year, because we might break down and buy a camera and the fancy mics that my brother and sister-in-law use. I might reach out to them and see if we can start doing more that way. So thank you for putting up with my pretty much not edited videos. Sometimes I did a vlog. And I literally just putting clips together. But, so thank you for putting up with that. If you like this, please give it a big thumbs up. Share this with anyone who maybe wants a good Christmas mystery. Guys, this is a good series. Really, Hannah Swensen. There's no language, no spice. You don't see the murder. Right? It's not like there's violence. Well, maybe like she has a gun pointed at her and then, oh, she leaves the room and she can hear things falling over. But you know what I mean? Like, you don't ever see the murder. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just, they're clean books, no language, no spice, no, not really any violence. So, please read them. Share them with anybody who, like I am, desperately looking for those books. Because this year has taught me it's very hard to find clean books without language or spice. Like, it's hard. Romance is especially hard with the spice. So, please share this with them. If you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, guys. We're almost 800. I'm so close. Please hit that subscribe button and hit that notification button if you haven't yet. Mondays and Wednesdays, I post a child's book because I'm a preschool teacher. So I want to use the knowledge and training that I've had on how to read with kids to share it with you and give you recommended books because it's so important for kids to read. And then Saturdays, I do my own because I've read my whole life. So I love reading. And this way I can share my opinions with somebody But yeah, and don't forget, last but not least, I'd love to hear from you, especially if you read these books. I'd love to hear your take on these. Yeah. Any other Christmas? Guys, it's Christmas. So I need some good Christmas books. I'm thinking of doing one video of Christmas romances. I did. So, you know that I'm religious and with the church. Anyway, there was an activity that I went to today, and I got a Christmas book called The Christmas Jar. So that might be one of these videos. I also got a chills book like The Christmas Orange. So we got some good videos coming up, but I need more Christmas books. I'm thinking of doing 1 week of romances, and then maybe I'll vlog The Christmas Jar. But any Christmas books, especially romances right now, because I think, yeah, that will be my next one. Let me know, or any other comments you want, and thank you, and we'll see you next time. Bye.